What if I told you that loneliness doesn't just hurt your feelings, it physically changes your brain? Scientists have discovered that chronic loneliness leaves real, measurable marks on the human mind. Your brain is wired for connection, it expects to be surrounded by other people. When that connection disappears, your nervous system treats it as a genuine threat to survival. For our ancestors, being isolated from the tribe often meant real danger and death. So the brain evolved to make loneliness feel painful, almost like physical hunger. In fact, brain scans show that social rejection activates the same regions as physical pain. One key area affected is the amygdala, the brain's fear and alarm center. In lonely people, the amygdala becomes hyperactive, constantly scanning for threats. This means lonely brains often perceive others as more hostile than they really are. It creates a cruel cycle: the more alone we feel, the more we push others away. Loneliness also floods the body with stress hormones like cortisol. Over time, high cortisol damages the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. This is why prolonged loneliness is linked to memory problems and cognitive decline. Studies even connect chronic loneliness to a higher risk of dementia later in life. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, also weakens under isolation. This makes it harder to regulate emotions and think clearly when we're alone too long. Loneliness disrupts sleep too, leaving the brain restless and unable to fully recover. Poor sleep then worsens mood, focus, and emotional control the next day. Loneliness has been shown to increase inflammation throughout the entire body. This inflammation raises the risk of heart disease, stroke, and depression. Researchers say chronic loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It also reduces dopamine, the brain chemical tied to motivation and reward. That's why lonely people often lose interest in activities they once loved. But here's the hopeful part: the brain is incredibly adaptable and can heal. Meaningful connection actually reverses many of these harmful brain changes. Even small interactions release oxytocin, calming the nervous system. A simple conversation can lower cortisol and ease that constant sense of threat. The quality of your relationships matters far more than the quantity. You can feel alone in a crowd, or deeply connected with just one person. So reach out, send that message, or call someone you've been missing. Acts of kindness and shared time literally rewire your brain toward well-being. Loneliness is a signal, not a life sentence, telling you to reconnect. Understanding what loneliness does to your brain is the first step to healing it. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the next one.